Hi Aquarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your May 2021 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent your energy toward the connection. And we'll take a look at the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, excuse me, and on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. And keep in mind that while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's, if you feel more like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the King of Coins. So this is actually Taurus energy here. It's the equivalent to the King of Pentacles. And for you guys, that's your fourth house. So it could just be saying that you might have had the desire to build a home and a family with this person. For some of you, it could just be saying that you might have had a heavier focus on your finances, possibly for that end goal, but maybe saying that you weren't putting as much energy into the connection itself. But for the majority of you, I feel like it's more of the past thing, which is just saying that, you actually saw the potential for growth with this person. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Three of Swords. So this is Libra energy, and for me it could just be saying that they were going through a disappointment. Most likely, I feel for the majority of you, this is saying that this was from another connection, not directly related to yours. So, they could have still just been going through a healing process at the time that you guys might have crossed paths. For a small percentage of you, it may be that you were the ones who had them feeling that way just because, I feel like that would be for those of you who did withdraw to really put a lot of focus into finances and weren't really putting energy into the connection itself. But yeah, like I said, either way, I feel like for the vast majority of you, it's definitely that they were coming out of a heartbreak from a previous connection. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Four of Staves, which is Aries energy, and the Princess of Arrows, which is the equivalent of the Page of Swords. So again, I'm feeling that same energy here where you guys want to actually, build something more stable and secure with this person. And with the Princess of Arrows energy, though, what always stands out to me is, well, in general, the Page energies, usually they represent not being fully comfortable with the element. So it's like, still being in that growing phase. And with the butterflies here, to me it represents that there could be some nervousness that you have around actually telling this person that this is what you want with them. So for the majority of you, I feel like you might not have expressed it yet. I feel like you're getting closer to doing so, but for the majority of you, I feel like you haven't necessarily expressed it outright just yet. Alright, present energy on their side, we have quite a few cards. We have the Judgment card, which I usually view as Scorpio energy. Ten of Cups, which is Pisces energy. Queen of Wands, which is Aries energy. The Magician, and the High Priestess. So usually I view this as more Pisces energy as well. Quite a bit going on here. So I could see this playing out a couple different ways too. For some of you, this could just be saying with that Judgment card, maybe this connection from their past might be coming back up to the surface. Toward the very end of May, there's going to be a Mercury retrograde in Gemini. So that could definitely be part of why that might come up. But yeah, that's for some of you. And I feel like that would be more probable if they actually have a child within that connection already. And then for others of you, could just be saying that, they could actually be finally going through that healing process. And, still, I feel like they're not fully open to love, because with the Ten of Cups energy here, what always stands out to me is it looks like she's extending that fruit to him, and it looks like he's still kind of walking away, doesn't even realize that that's what's being done. But with the Queen of Wands, I feel like this is saying that they're actually going to be moving in that direction, ready for that fresh start energy, but just not quite expressing it just yet. So, interestingly enough, it feels like you already had that focus toward moving towards something more serious with them. Quite frankly, in the past, it doesn't look like they were there. It looks like they are getting there, definitely in the present, but I don't necessarily think that they're going to be expressing it just yet with that High Priestess energy. Especially given that her back is turned to the cards on that side. So I feel like it's, I feel like they're making peace with it themselves in their mind, like, okay, I feel this way, I'm actually ready to take a chance on it, basically, one of those dynamics. All right, future energy on your side, we have the King of Cups. So this is actually Scorpio energy. So now, with that King energy, I feel like you're still kind of set on the energy of wanting to build something with this person, but with the Cups energy and with his back turned to the cards on this side now, I feel like this is saying you might be withdrawing from expressing it for a bit. So yeah, for some of you, you might just come out, say it to the person, hey, let them know how you feel. Maybe because they're still a bit closed off, I feel like it might, light a fire under them, the idea, right? Like, because like I said, it looks like they were going through a healing process. So I feel like it might be one of those things where you expressing it to them still might be a positive overall, but it just might take them a while to process if they actually want to move forward with it or not. So it looks like you could be withdrawing for a bit in the future. And future energy on their side, a few cards came up there too. We have the Knight of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy, Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords, which is Gemini energy, and the Two of Swords reversed, which is Libra energy. So, with the Knight of Wands energy, we almost see the energy of the person running, well, not running away, but moving away from the cards on your side as well, right? And that's energy that people tend to associate with the Knight of Wands, here 1 minute gone the next. With the Ace of Cups, again, I feel like what I was saying there too, where it's like they have the feeling. With the Eight of Swords, they just might not be sure they're fully over their past, or like I said, for some of you, the past might physically come back around for them during the retrograde. But with the Two of Swords in reverse, this would definitely be the most optimistic thing within those cards, which is to say, Two of Swords in the upright usually represents someone not making up their mind as to whether or not they want to, pursue a connection. Usually it's trying to decide between two different options as well. So seeing this in the reverse says to me that they will be making up their minds for the majority of you. So just might need to be a little patient about it. So for example, in a super generic way it might play out. You might tell them how you feel in the near future, right? And then maybe you're not sure of what their response is because it seems like I said, they're still processing some things on their own. And then during the retrograde, it might come to light that they're fully into it. And then, let's say, as we move through June, you guys might actually get things off the ground. So that's what I'm seeing there. So yeah, I mean, if you do express yourself, I wouldn't necessarily freak out if you don't hear from them right away. As far as what they're feeling, it looks like they would just need a little more time to go through what they're going through. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the King of Staves. So this is actually the court card for Leo energy, which is your opposite sign. So yeah, it looks like you definitely have some focus toward building some stability within that area of your life. What always stands out to me is it looks like there's no real leaves on those trees, which to me says that it might have taken you a while to get there. It could have been something that you had on your mind for a long time, but didn't actually take action toward it for a while. So that's what I see there. Bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Five of Chalices. So this is Scorpio energy here, usually represents an energy of disappointment. Now, for the majority of you, like I was saying with that Three of Swords, I didn't feel like that was directly related to the connection with you. I feel like this was something they were going through in their past. But for a small percentage of you, if that is the case, that, this was due to their connection with you and you guys detaching in the past, could just represent you guys coming through to make an apology. But, if that's the case, it looks like they'd still be a bit disappointed, probably would need some time to move past that. And then, interestingly enough, we also have the Five of Pentacles beneath that. So yeah, I would say you definitely would have to give this person some time. Like I said, what I'm seeing in the future definitely does seem to be positive. It's almost like a light switch goes off for this person when you do express yourselves, where, their mind isn't really on it initially, but then, okay, lights a fire and then, all right, yeah, can I do this? Should I not do it, right? And then thinking about, all right, kind of there, but am I ready? So, this might require a little patience, which is not a huge surprise given, like I said, that toward the end of May we will be in a Mercury retrograde cycle. Alright, so moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see if we get anything from the Aqua Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck, and what we're looking for is just some jumpers. So first, I'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. But if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I'll just move on to the next Oracle deck. But sometimes we get additional messages here. Yep, got one there, and next we'll see if we get any from them to you. Alright, nothing to come up yet, but I'll give it a few more shuffles. Alright, yeah, nothing there, but we'll see what we got on your side. Okay, we have play. I just want to have fun with you. So, interestingly enough, I do see more of a serious energy from your side as far as wanting to build that stability, but it could just be one of those things where, you're like, anything is better than nothing, I mean, if it feels like this person's completely withdrawn. Or it could just be one of those things where maybe that is underneath it all. You do want that light playfulness, but for whatever reason, you might come across to them as a lot more serious to where that might freak them out a little bit, to where they might feel like you're trying to jump ahead some steps where if you guys haven't really had that light and playful side of the energy yet. So either way, like I said, it looks like they need some time either way. And with time, it looks like they'll be a lot more open to the connection. But we'll see what we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation here as far as I pre-shuffle this one as well, but just looking for one card here, and then we'll wrap up. Oh, already got one. That was easy enough. Okay, we got soulmates. Here's the artwork, and the number is 41. All right. Okay, it says harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. The Oracle's message: you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each view will vary. You know these people by their strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So, pretty positive message there, and it mention, it definitely feels like you're feeling a strong pull toward them for sure. Like I said, it looks like they were still going through a healing process, possibly still even are in the present, but soon they'll be moving forward from that too. So maybe this is meant to teach you patience in that regard, but we'll see what the relationship message says. It says, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate. Come to guide you home to the real you. So, interesting message there as well. Like I said, it could be what it is, could be one of those things where it looks like there's that bit of discouragement in your energy with the King of Cups in the future, and it looked like there was that nervousness to actually put it out there that this was how you were feeling toward them in the present as well. So, like I said, overall, it looks like that could be what it is. Maybe it's just about teaching you to actually express yourselves and then have a little bit of patience. Like I said, it looks like they'll eventually come out of things. Might even take till after the retrograde is over. But overall, hope that resonated with you guys. I'll wrap up there. I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.